Welcome back. We are here with the 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, and 28th spouses of the Vampire Black Widow Challenge. And this household was huge. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to speed run this household in one video. So you'll see the 24th and then the 28th. And then the in between is just me going really fast. And actually, this was kind of a test of how it would go if we did one household in one video, but I'm not really sure that I enjoyed it as much because getting to, play for you guys with you guys makes it more interesting and makes me do more interesting things in between just the things that we are required to do for the challenge. So I think that we're just going to go back to how we were before and just work our way through the households. Some are going to be bigger than others, and that's just the way it's going to be. And her dress makes her look pregnant, but she's not pregnant. Anyway, moving right along, we have Laura here. And so we've invited, oh my gosh, I already forget all of their names. We've invited this next person into our house with the buns, and she actually has a son whose name is Frederick. And I figured that Maddie and Aaliyah were talking about, potentially wanting a child of their own, but they can't. Right now, I don't have my MCC settings such that they could have a biological child, so they could adopt, but what's the point in that when we could just take a baby from the household that we're moving in instead of calling it quote unquote Luna's child as well? So, what happened was we brought in this woman and her son. She's like looking at Aaliyah like, what are you doing with my kid? But basically Luna said, okay, well, here's this mom and son, and you can have the son instead of it being one of your siblings. And he's a human, so he will grow old and die. And the rule is he's not allowed to like fall in love or, well, I mean, he could fall in love, but he doesn't get to have any children of his own. And he doesn't, they don't get to ask for anyone else to live besides just him. So Luna has no, um, I guess, feelings about the child. He's just another person that she's going to get rid of eventually, but she'll let him live, but she's not going to do him any favors, only a favor for Maddie, who wants to raise a child. So it's kind of sad because Maddie is going to have to watch her wife get old and die and then watch her son get old and die. But anyway, they are starting to bond with the kid. This is something that they wanted, was to have a little family of their own. So that's good. Maybe, in the future, because we still have plenty of neighborhoods to get to. So maybe in the future we'll have Maddie get married again after Aaliyah is gone. But that's still a ways away. Aaliyah is still a young adult, and we're still working on all their aspirations. So Luna is just waiting for Maddie to get to level 10 of her career. So that's just something that she is doing. And then, ooh, Laura caught us. She caught us just by walking through. So um, these two are getting romantic. And um, Aaliyah is still working on the best-selling author aspiration as well as trying to get to level 10 in the author career. So she's working on that. She's got to write 3 masterpieces and also I forget what else. 3 masterpieces, make a certain amount of money. Oh, and get to level 10 of the writing skill. So that is what she's working on right now. And we're just going to have to wing it until she gets a masterpiece. I guess I could look up things that she could do to get a masterpiece. Like, I think reading more books gets you closer because, which makes sense. Like, you got to watch the market. But anyway, we are going to, I'm trying to get her to sit down for a picture. It's just not working out for us. Okay, here we go. And I did want to change her outfit back to her little buns. So we are, okay, that is not what I thought that was going to be. I didn't think her everyday outfit looked like that. No, come sit. Oh man. Okay, well, we're trying really hard to get this picture. Stop, 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 stop. Am I gonna have to turn autonomy off if I want these Sims to actually take a picture? I'm trying to like lock the doors so that they can't leave. So here we go again. Finally. I don't care, your eyes are closed. This is your fault. So we are painting her picture. Honestly, I already forget her name. And we have Aaliyah getting closer to Frederick because she's his mom now. I mean, not that his real mom knows that, but that's the way it is. So we have her um, hanging out with Frederick, and then also she is going to work on her writing. We're going to check on the money trees. We have Maddie working on her video gaming skills. So we have a lot going on. Oh, what was that? It said her name. It was like Scarlett. No, what was it? It was like Chanel, Chantel. It was something like that. I can't remember already. Um, you know what? I think it might have been Chantel actually. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Okay. So we are going to come down here and get rid of Laura, and then we'll do a little time skip. But for right now, we are just going to do this. Here we go. Goodbye, Laura. It was nice knowing you. Thanks for coming. And where is Leah going? No, you have to write your books. Okay, we're gonna publish a book. So yeah, you can see she hasn't written any bestsellers yet, so that's kind of a bummer, but we're gonna continue to work on her writing and she's got plenty of time. I mean, she's only a young adult. We don't have to force this, even though I kind of want to. But anyway, now the Grim Reaper is finally here up on the platform as usual. We're having Aaliyah write a new book. I think Maddie is working on her. Yeah, of course you're terrified. You are terrified because you've already been murdered. Like, what's with the slowdown here? So, um, we are saying goodbye to her, and then we are going to skip ahead here. So let's just place down this grave and engrave it to spouse 24. And we are skipping ahead here to spouse number 28. His name is Dan, and we've already moved him in and gotten romantic with him after the last spouse. Here we go. Here's some pictures. And I think, yeah, so we've had 24 with the buns, 25 who was a police officer, 26 who wore a really fancy CC dress, and 27 who I don't even remember anything about her. So here we are with 28, Dan, and they are getting married, as well as having number 29 here work on baking a birthday cake because it is Frederick's birthday. Also, number 29 has a daughter. You can see her there. She literally just became a teenager when we brought her into our household. So we're going to, it's Maddie's job to get rid of the extra children. So we are having a birthday party here and also inviting over the family club because he made the birthday party, so we couldn't actually invite any of the family. And oh, before I forget, this middle segment doesn't have audio because I was like listening to YouTube videos and different stuff while I was playing the other in the in between people, and I forgot to turn it off. So I will realize in just a minute here that I forgot to turn it off, and then we'll come back to the Sims sound. But that's why it's strangely quiet all of a sudden. And oh, Frederick is sad because we killed his mom. That makes sense. And so we are going to have him and everyone else come into here and say happy birthday. So here comes everyone, all sitting around for the little boy to blow out his birthday candles. There he goes. And everyone is really happy. So there he goes, leaving to go age up. And we are going to make him creative. And he's still sad, of course, but what are you going to do? So we are now working on the portrait of, actually, we haven't gotten any portraits of Dan or spouse number 29, whose name I forget. And we also need a portrait of her daughter. So we're going to be doing a lot of painting, 3 paintings. And then we are going to let everyone eat cake out there. So that's, really enjoyable for them. Luna can't eat any cake because she can't eat human food, but that's just something we've accepted. And I was thinking we might have to make one of the cases belong to Maddie's children as well, because we have a special case for Luna's siblings' urns, but we don't have one for um, Maddie's children. So that'll be interesting. Also, I named one of the paintings incorrectly. I spelled their last name wrong, and you can't change it for some reason. So we're just gonna have to accept that that's it. That's gonna be one of those. So we have Luna taking care of the trees. They are apparently bug infested. So we're going to have her do that and then have her come down to spouse number 29 here. I'm going to have to look up this person's name for real. So we are having her do this, and then we also need another portrait of the daughter, but oh look, she's happy. She doesn't know what's coming. So we are going to paint her portrait. Arlene. Her name is Arlene. Actually, let me get you all their names really quick. So we had Laura, The next person with the buns was Chantel, and then Camden was the police officer. Marisol was wearing the fancy dress, and then Marilyn was the other person whose name I forget, and then Dan. Wait a second, did I count these wrong? 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Dan is 29. You guys, I forgot to put a picture at the beginning. Hold, please. Here's the real number 28, Marilyn, and I'm not putting her back at the beginning because I forgot and I've already done the voiceover for the beginning. I'm not going back to fix that, so we're just not going to do that, and we're moving on. So we are getting a portrait of, I guess this is number 30 then, Arlene, and also her daughter, whose name I forget as well. Let's check right now. Her daughter's name is Grace. So we are getting portraits for the both of them. And then just checking on the money trees, we could evolve one of them, so that was great. And then we have completed this portrait. We're going to put it downstairs really quick. And then we need to, we're making good quick work of this room. I mean, that's the only thing that I liked about speed running. One of them was because then I could actually, see the progress being made. But I think we're gonna go back to you guys seeing everything in the next video. I don't wanna. It just wasn't fun speed running it without getting anything else done. We might as well make a little story for ourselves. So we are going to start flirting with Arlene, which is fine because that picture of Grace completed really quickly. So what we need now is for Dan to catch them cheating, which they're already getting up in their flirt really fast. So that is good. And also we are going to get rid of Grace as well in this. Oh, I forgot to mention Grace and I think Marilyn and the one before her, Marisol, was that her name? I don't know. They all have the same name. Anyway, they are all distant relatives of Luna. So if you'll remember in the Clark legacy, we had Fox as one of the siblings. I think Fox was one of Finn's children, I want to say. So Fox was back when and was not an heir, so we didn't follow Fox's story, but Fox continued on with her life after being in our household for a little while. And then it looks like she went on to get married and have kids and grandkids and great grandkids. So anyway, these people are distant relatives of Luna's. So it actually, kind of fits that they're all together again. So they do have the last name Clark. Grace has the last name Clark. Frederick does not. It would have been nice if he was, but also Grace is a vampire, and I didn't want to give Maddie a vampire child. I didn't think Luna would allow that. She wouldn't allow Maddie to have a child that would live forever. So we are going to get rid of Dan, who is mad. Dan is not happy with us, but that's okay because he is going away. Goodbye, Dan. Also, we are going to have Maddie do her job. As you know, it's her job, but Luna is not going to do it for her until she doesn't have, any reason to, like, not do it. Because Maddie is doing it right now for Aaliyah and now for Frederick. So she has to. If she doesn't want to, then she could just say goodbye to her family. So she has said goodbye to Grace. We're just going to reset them really quick. And we actually do have to release Grace's spirit in order to put her up there. So we're just going to do that really quick as well. And I love that you can turn the red shelf to invisible because that is so handy. Let me tell you, for someone who is completely incapable of figuring anything out. So we are now going to move that up there. Also engrave the rest of the children's urns. I had forgotten about that. And you know what? You're just going to have to excuse my spelling if I spell any of these things wrong because I'm not that invested in it. So we're actually making quick work of this wall. You know what? I'll probably make that empty case still in this room Maddie's children. Someone remind me that I did that. I was going to do that. So anyway, we are now placing this right over here. There we go. So the urns are placed, and we are all set with all the other urns as well. That room is getting nice and full. I really like it. And I think that that is where we are going to wrap up. So here we are in the screenshots. You're going to see screenshots from in between as well, in between the places of video that I showed you. I mean, most of the screenshots are from when I was recording, but Some of them are from the in-between sections, so that's good. And we are just continuing to work on Luna. We have 2 more houses in Willow Creek, which is really exciting. We're gonna get done with Willow Creek really soon, so that's exciting. Oh, and I also put diagonal corners on these walls because I had nowhere to put, like, you couldn't put 2 graves in one corner without them overlapping. So I was just like, you know what, let's just put us on a diagonal here and call it good. So we did that. And then here's Frederick's birthday party and Luna taking care of the trees and then getting close to Arlene. So we will be doing Arlene as spouse number 30 in the next one. Here are all our nice portraits and the humongous family tree. I'll catch you guys next time.